Okay, so in the Thursday lab time this week, we're going to be doing the water purification lab. So we're meeting at 9 a.m. in the lab room, just like we did for the instructional notebooks lab, but we'll be going straight into doing the activity. There's no kind of blurb from me or safety thing. And so with this lab, we're going to start to see assignments that are due at the start of lab or before lab starts at 9 a.m. And these are going to be for every lab moving forward. We're going to have pre-lab questions and some sort of technique comprehension, as well as the notebook that we did. We did it on campus on Tuesday, but for every lab moving forward, it is expected that the leader and technician are doing their parts before we start the lab. So if we come down to the pre-lab questions, you'll note there's a handout. I encourage you to use the handout, open it up, look at it. It's going to talk about what we're doing for the lab. And one of the ideas is to kind of motivate you to read the background information and learn what it is that we're doing. There's this pre-lab questions assignment. And the idea is that this is a question, these are questions about the lab. I went through the lab handout and thought, what do I want them to know in the lab handout? And then ask questions about it. So I encourage you to go through these, actually like read them. Don't just do what I'm doing. But you click your responses and then you click save and submit. I would encourage you to look at the lab handout, find the information, save and submit, voila. And then you can see the random clicking approach is not the greatest strategy. You would get some other score, and you can see which ones are right and wrong, what you guessed, what the correct answers for these things are. So I encourage you to submit those, or to do that, and kind of see your answers from there, and kind of move forward on the questions. You do have to get those. You have one chance to do that. I would encourage you to actually look at the lab handout and try to find the answers. So pre-lab questions, that would be always based on the lab handout. The other thing we're gonna have is technique comprehension. So you can see there's this link. This is a link to a YouTube video. And someone else is talking about gravity filtration. So this is a technique that we're going to use this week, for this activity, and this person is just talking about how to do it. This is a video from someone else talking about how to do gravity filtration. So I want you to watch this video with the idea that you will learn how to do gravity filtration. This is a technique that we're going to use. So the point of the lab isn't necessarily, part of it is for you to learn the technique, but I want you to more be focusing on kind of the insight gained when using this gravity filtration technique. So the idea is you watch this video, learn about how to do gravity filtration, then you come in and take this do this little comprehension assignment where you can, answer questions. And again, I encourage you to actually read questions. Don't just randomly click. Did I get it? Okay, save and submit. Okay. And you can see, hey, I did better this time. And when you're going through, you'll be able to see which questions were right, which questions were wrong. And then you can kind of move from there to then see, what do I know? What do I need to kind of improve on? So then if we scroll down, we can look at what did we get right, what did we get wrong, and then you can take it again. So with these technique comprehensions, I want you to get it right because I want you to know how to do gravity filtration. The idea being that, you're have some experience with gravity filtration and some knowledge about it. So that way, when we're doing the activity, we're not focusing on how to fold paper. We're instead focusing on what results are we getting from our gravity filtration. You can see I did not improve my score, but you would know which ones you're getting right, which ones you're getting wrong, and then you're able to kind of keep getting those questions correct and fixing the ones that you got wrong. So the pre-lab questions based on the lab handout, technique comprehension based on the video or other resources. Some weeks we will have, for some labs, we will have more than one comprehension assignment. They're all going to be due at 9. And then the lab notebook also needs to be set up. So the technician and the leader, whoever those people are for this assignment, need to get their parts, the lab notebook, set up before 9 a.m. on Thursday. Recorder will show up and just do the observations. Again, we want to be rotating through who is doing those different parts of the assignment. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy. I'll see you in lab on Thursday. Bye.